And on today's potentially terrible ideas that I've ever had.
Welcome back for a Sendquest that is a little different because it's very new to me.
Entering my first ever cyclocross race.
A huge preemptive thank you to local legend, hero, and head coach Chad Cheney for his masterful brain and craftsmanship behind this series. This race is a grassroots local town series race that you can find here in Durango. This cyclocross series is run by Fort Lewis College Cycling and was started over 20 years ago. The whole goal behind this series was started to provide an experience for the Skyhawk athletes to prep and get pumped for their cyclocross season. These practice fun races have drawn many amazing athletes from collegiate pool to past Olympians to the humans like me who are just pretend pros. What comes out of a race series like this is fun, laughter, chaos, and good old-fashioned competition. And for the FLC athletes, dozens of national and state champions. Couple of things to note. This is the final race of the series, as well as it is my first ever. This is due to one part work travel schedule and a big part intimidation. Shall I remind you?
Here in Durango, where I will be surrounded by professional and ex-Olympic athletes. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Durango is a town with a biking problem. We have a rich cycling culture that continuously produces world-class athletes. Olympians, World Cup, and Tour riders. You name it, we've done it. So here we go, the Fort Lewis College Stadium Finale Race. And I'm your host, Laura, aka Lo. The race begins with a mass start on the track. The first lap starts with a high-speed full lap around the track, where you will be met with your first obstacle, a stadium stair sprint. You will then remount and sprint, dive, turn, power, and speedily maneuver through a twisty course that ends with a straightaway sprint to your next obstacle set. This next obstacle set is a steep dive into a turn with a punchy climb with another steep pitch, only to be greeted with a two-step hurdle, off camber, and uphill run. Riders will then remount and wind through an off-pitch turning series with one major move.
Tough one. You did it. Nailed it.
This puts you into your last double hurdles. A quick remount to a speedy pedal of power and skills across the grass on various pitches to end with a quick dive back onto the track, where you then will sprint to the stairs to rinse, repeat, and do for a total of 5 laps. Each lap is about 1.7 miles, and they are fast. For safety, if you get lapped, you're done. And I'm gonna be honest, my only goal is to not get lapped.
Someone in the Olympics has to finish last. And that someone's probably going to be me. But I'm here for it, and I think it's going to be fun.
Can I do it? Here we go.
Welcome to a fun little Sendquest. We are in Durango, and we are going to race our first cyclocross race. And what better place to do it than in Durango, where everybody is a professional of some capacity or aspiring professional. So this will be a true episode of pro versus the slow. I am really excited. I went out yesterday and practiced and pedaled around with my good friend Rob. I called him and bribed him to pull away from work. And he showed me the ropes of cyclocross. I am contemplating my friendship with Brittany Cowan at the moment, as she is the one who suggested that this would be a good idea. Things that I know I'm good at. I'm all power, so I have the thighs of a linebacker, and allegedly this is only 40 minutes. So small endurance capacity. As nervous as I am, I'm way more excited to do this. When I was practicing yesterday, I had a smile on my face that hurt. I had a pretty tough go towards the back half of the season. Breck Epic was less than ideal. Being sick, more than less than ideal. And that really put me on my ass for a while, and I didn't realize how bad it was until Breck Epic, then going to Reno and doing a workout, and then trying to do Derby, then all my work travel, and the added things that got thrown on my plate and family stuff and self stuff, I was just not in a great place. And I can unequivocally say I was so happy to be on my bike yesterday, which was a surge of remembrance of why we ride our bike. You're gonna lose sight, it's human nature, but the key is, can you always come back to your real why? And yesterday reinvigorated my why, and I'm certain today is gonna be hard and sucky because I'm gonna go out way too hard. I'm gonna blow up, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but it's gonna be fun. I'm probably gonna be last, but I showed up. And the showing up for me, honestly, is the scariest. The scariest part of this for me is dismounting, remounting. So I like, here, run, break. Ooh, that was a good one, low. Yeah. Pretty sure my lady balls in my inner thigh are gonna be black and blue.
Yeah, it's real nice.
Yeah, Carol. What the fuck am I doing? Jump. This is silly.
Besides my choice of an outside starting position and dealing with unruly sandy terrain, my first lap went pretty well.
Nice, Lo. Let's go.
I probably held back on my pacing, which is never on my bingo card, but I wasn't sure how to pace a 5-lap power effort.
Shit looks exhausting, dude.
Jump!
One big learning moment, tire choice and pressure.
At the end of the race, a few people made fun of me because of how much tire pressure I ran, which was a lot. And I also had pretty slick tires on. These tires.
As each lap went, the terrain got slicker and slicker, highlighting my poor equipment choice, and thus probably forcing me to work a little bit harder than necessary.
Ooh, excellent.
But I really got to lean and flex on my power and my skills.
Come on, Ella. Let's go. Come on, keep going.
Outside the equipment choice misgivings, the only other change would be my pacing and effort output.
Yellow, you're cruising. Come on.
Yeah,
Let's
nice.
Go. Be clean. Be clean. Let's go. Come on, Lo. Let's go.
Put me down for reaching out to the pro, Chad Cheney, for some development and insight because I loved this and I will be back. Speaking of watts, let's buckle up for my final lap.
Last one. Let's go.
Fuck yeah! Last one, last one. Good job. Great work.
Yeah, Lo.
having fun. Definitely last. That's okay. It's delightful. Woo. Oh,
Good work, Lau.
thanks.
Good work. Finish this.
Yeah, Lo. Let's go. Nice.
Last one.
Last one.
Rita.
Thanks.
Well, that was fun. That was so silly. I had so much fun today. I don't know that I have smiled on my bike that big this season. I had a pretty rough end of my season. You know, yesterday practice with my friend Rob was really, really amazing. I mean, my face hurt from smiling. And then today did not disappoint. I made a terrible move on the start. I was on the outside track and I got into some really kind of like heavy sand, dirt on the track. That was awful. I was sliding all over the place. Went really hard that first lap. I was able to pedal the whole course, which I don't know if that's a good goal or a bad goal or whatever, but with some of those tricky turns, I was really impressed with myself. And it was so cool seeing some friendly faces out there that I just know, and it was just wild seeing, you know, the depth of what Durango has for riders. I'm never shocked and always shocked with just like how amazing everybody in this town is at biking. I was not last and I did not get lapped. So that is a massive win in my book. If anybody can understand what that means in Durango, that's a pretty freaking huge accomplishment. I was talking to another friend of mine before the race and I was like, oh gosh, excuse me, when do the slow people go? And Brendan said, only the fast people showed up today. Rob Haggart, thank you so much for going out and riding with me yesterday. Thank you, even though I question that friendship needs to go out to Brittany Cowan. Huge thank you to Joe and Philip for showing up and supporting and getting some content. And oh my God, and thank you to myself for showing up, because showing up truly is the hardest part. I loved getting my ass kicked today, and getting your ass kicked is not a problem. How many of the people didn't show up today? A lot, probably. It's safe to say that I think I have a slight new obsession with cyclocross. I am really, really excited to keep trying on that. Really fun event. 15 out of 10 recommends.
Let's talk about the unreasonable narrative my brain allows that is chock full of self-doubt, negativity, laced around feeling unworthy or just not good enough. It really sucks to admit this self-talk, or more like self-doubt, that enters the conversation. But it's real, and I won't apologize because I am working on it. Progress over perfection is the name of my brain game, and I'm getting better at silencing the doubt and choosing to be vulnerable and show up. Like I said, showing up sometimes is the hardest part, so strive for that. You won't regret it. To be honest, the only regret I carry is not showing up earlier. But here and now, I promise to myself, I am going to choose hard. I'm going to show up. And even if I get my ass kicked, I know it will be fun in the end. Massive thank yous to my entire inner and extended circle for your support and encouragement. I really can't do this without you. Chad, Amazing stuff. I can't wait for 2025. Another huge shout out to Tor for the amazing drone footage. You made this epic. For all the fans, followers, and viewers, thank you. I can't wait to share 2025 with you.
Bike riding!
Until the next Sendquest, go show up.